interrupt Bernard Nero, bring you a dramatic news.
Another day at the office.
Another day at the office.
Let's go.
Ain't never in my life, man.
Oh, man. How far is it to Winston-Salem?
About 30 minutes.
So I'll get about 30 minutes of chicken. Right? Driving with you.
Yeah. Just hang on, man, that's all I can say.
I'm strapped up. All I need now is a helmet. So,
damn, I had one at the house too.
Did you really?
Well, it was my daughter's bicycle helmet.
I was telling you earlier, I woke up this morning, you ever took such a big shit that when you got through, your pants fit better?
No, but I hope to someday.
See, that's one thing you gotta understand about getting old is when you wake up in the morning, there ain't nothing better than taking a good shit. A real good shit. You know, it's just, you look forward to it. I do. You know what I'm saying? And never trust a fart. Don't do that. Because you will shit on yourself.
Well, I mean,
wow, but
it's froze. It's colder.
Well, it's cold. What degree days? Had a sad part. My dad died last night.
Man, I am so sorry about that.
Yeah, my dad, you know, my little boy's always with me, which is not today, because we had to go do his personal appearances. See, that's the way I got started in business. I went with my dad. You know, I went with my dad all these places, you know, and that's how I learned to work. You know, before I even had my first match, I already worked. You know what I'm saying? I was with my dad all the time. But he lived a good life. My dad was in his 90s. You know, he lived through the Depression. He lived through, you know, he was in World War II. He was a great man. You know, it's sad. But he lived a great life. My mother were married 76 years. My mother.
My God.
And
they got married the year my mom was born then, because she's 76 years old.
Yeah. And he lived a life with the woman he loved. And you know what, and just yesterday, you know, he was doing good. Him and Mom were both home and they visit each other. Matter of fact, on my phone, I got a picture of them sitting there talking, and he died last night. Bless his heart. But you know, understand me. You can understand anything, and you can say anything you want to about Ricky Morton. But my first priority in life is Jesus Christ. My dad taught me that. So I know that at this time and moment, that when he left, he's with his mom and dad now. He's with his family and everybody else. So I'm happy for him. You know?
Well, it's got to be hard to talk about it. I mean,
yeah, it is, and I don't want to make it depressing. Ride down here with this 30 miles of chicken. So we just go on and talk about something else.
Well, we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about, man, because we're just out riding and watching things freeze up. And I'm interested to see how many people look up here and go, God, that looked just like Ricky Morton in that truck.
You know? Some guy asked me the other day, says, damn, you look like Ric Flair. I said, hell, he looks like me. You know?
He don't look like you no more. He cut off all his hair.
Well, I got to say one thing, though. After all these years, I still have the mullet, and I still love it. But you understand?
I understand.
Robert, just like Robert, you know, he's losing hair, which I am too, you know, but don't get me wrong. Won't you cut your hair? But if I cut my hair, it wouldn't be me no more.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, I know I'm an old man, and you know, I guess if I just keep the mullet, it might come back in style one day.
Everything. Well, I mean, everything does eventually. You know what once was old is new again.
That's it. I love that part, but I just love life in general. You know, and another thing to talk about, Rick, is, you know, like every day of my life, like here we're going today to do a personal appearance at a car lot.
You got a car lot and then a mall.
Yeah, but see, you understand me, this is what I depend on. to make a living. And like I try to explain to a lot of guys, and they don't understand this, especially when it comes to a guy like you and all the others. If it wasn't for independent wrestling, there'd be no wrestling.
Exactly.
Did you know that? There'd be none.
Because then everybody had to work for Vince McMahon. Then what the hell would we do?
Well, no, I mean, not work for Vince. How often's Vince ever come to Mount Airy?
Exactly.
Okay, so understand there'd be no wrestling. And the young guys today, you know, some of them need to be sitting down and talked to, because you can't, all of them want to do so much in one match that if you just take your time a little bit and learn the basics. You know, wrestling, all wrestling is timing when you get in the ring with a guy. A lot of guys don't understand it.
Well, a lot of guys think that timing has to be done in 30 minutes every time they step in the freaking ring.
But still understand me. I love these guys.
Yeah.
I love them because, you know, and I love talking to them. You know, if you notice, everybody's got a story, and I love to hear it. I love talking to people. I love the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I love the bullshit. You know, a lot of people said a lot of things about this and that and the other, you know, and I tell you something that nobody even knows. And what kills me is even he don't understand. This is how people are not smart to our business. You know, it's like I just did this deal with Kevin Nash. You know what I'm saying? Everybody says you hate Kevin Nash. No, I don't hate Kevin Nash. I did something not only but it was a personal issue. And if Kevin Nash would have just once bid on it, see, that's something great to talk about. That's something that the people want to hear. If you ever went to that website, it's got over 1 million hits.
Wait.
Just think if I went on TNA, not to wrestle, but just to confront Kevin Nash and Eric Bischoff, because it's about the business turning what's wrong and what's right. It don't matter who's wrong and who's right. It's about putting ratings on TV. And these guys don't even understand what I did. It's the first thing in the world. What'll I do, Dean? I reach over and just hit you in the side. What's the first thing you say to me? Cocksucker?
Yeah.
When I called him a cocksucker on TV, he should have known it was work. He don't even understand it. You know,
he don't.
You know, it ain't the part about me hating Kevin Nash. I mean, what am I going to do? Kevin Nash, 7 foot tall. How long way what am I going to do? Beat him up?
Well, you know,
Elliot, goddamn, I was like fighting David and Goliath. I mean, I couldn't do that, you know.
Well, you know, if it makes you feel any better,
yeah.
In the local newspaper today, they done a story about the show tonight. And they said that the main event, the main attraction of the match tonight featured world-renowned wrestler Big Ricky Morton.
Big Ricky Morton.
Big Ricky Morton on the Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah, to watch me. I do the same thing I did down here in Marion, North Carolina. I did the same thing. Big build up. I stepped in the ring. I fell. But I covered it up. You know, even the people laugh. I got them to laughing. But it's great. I can't wait you know, I just love what I'm doing, Rick. Nobody understands that. You know, it's like my partner Robert. He don't understand. If it wasn't for independent promoters, we wouldn't even have a job. If it wasn't for the fans out here, we wouldn't even be us. I just love what I do. I love what I'm doing, and anybody's out there listening, just understand. It ain't the part about me hating anybody. It's the part about, see, it's what our business has lost, is personal issues that really go into the business, the little things. Do you mean people would actually, if they knew that I was coming on, not to come on to wrestle on TNA, I'm an old man. You know, understand, I could still hang over them too. You know that.
I understand.
Because, you know, when people pay to see me, I give them the money's worth. But just saying, how many people will watch that show that night?
Well, that's my biggest problem.
Yes.
That's one of my biggest problems with both of the quote unquote big time groups.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're so worried about everything being under, you know, their writers and what their people do. I mean, you know.
Yeah. Well-
it's like nobody else in this freaking business exists until
Well-
you come to work for them.
Well, see, I gave my whole life to this business. And you know, you've been around it. And the independent shows, don't get me wrong, I don't break records, but I do good business. And we don't have no TV. You know, understand we? I mean, you don't have, well, we come on every week at a certain time, especially on a big network. And we do good business. But see, if somebody like me, like Che, went in and did something and it worked, well, it'd prove them wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
You see?
Exactly. That's
So I have about as much chance as a snowball in hell. You understand? That's about all I got, buddy.
well. See, that's what burns me up. I mean, I'm like you. I know I'm not gonna draw no, 10,000 people to an arena somewhere. But I'm one of the most controversial SOBs in this business.
Oh yeah.
And if they would do me right, I could do. You know what? I can't do a whole lot in the ring, but I'd make one.
Well,
I'd make
a
an
lot of
impact
people-
behind a mic, brother.
Well, that's what they need. They need, to feature different people. You can't bring in the people that Vince McMahon got rid of. I mean, he got rid of them for a reason.
They don't draw money. no
Yeah,
more.
so, and they're bringing them in thinking they're going to be the big savior, in which they're not going to be the big savior. It's not going to, it don't work that way. They need to learn how to build their own talent. They need to learn how to get to teach their heels how to get heat and keep it, and how to be a baby face. Nobody knows how to, it's a lost art. It's like Vince Russo, he said, tag teams wrestling dead. But it's not dead. What's wrong with it is they don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know how to be tag team wrestlers and everything. Let's take a break here, bud.